your friends, DrewNam.
I am.
Shit.
Alright, well, let me get on Friendster and find some friends.
Friendster is a defunct social media outlet.
Damn it!
DrewNam.
How else am I gonna get friends?
I don't know. Well, you still got your friend Drew over
Oh
here.
yeah, you're my friend. Hey Drew, how are you?
I am just fine and dandy. And the reason is because, yet again, we get to talk about Game of Thrones, Season 5, this time, Episode 7. Oh my god, we're already 7/10 of the way through the season. That's almost depressing, pod now.
7/10. Oh, okay, so 30% left.
I know. Well, this episode was called The Gift.
Yeah.
And
Gifts in the Curse by Jay-Z.
That was the full title, but they cut that off. They're like, this Jay-Z stuff, it's not really fitting in with the rest of the plot. At
Your
first,
boy.
they had Jay-Z in the jail cell with the Sand Snakes and everyone first, and they're like, let's just show tits instead, get him out of here.
And he was like,
Good choice.
baby Coel. And it wasn't really mentioned.
No, it did not. Well, our gift for you, the listener, is we're going to regale you with our thoughts on the episode and recap it.
Wreak havoc or wreak havoc? Both?
Both, definitely.
Both. Yeah, let's wreak some havoc on these thrones.
Wreaking havoc, yeah, that's always implied. What I actually said was recap it, but
Okay.
I see the confusion. Sometimes I slur my words with drinking too much Dornish red.
Yeah, you're really, that's a lot of red bubbles you got there, too.
Luckily for me, no one's here to stop me from drinking. I'm not getting locked up anytime soon or anything like that.
You're not getting...
So I won't be going through withdrawal like some characters might be. Although Tyrion handled his pretty well, it seems. But
Tyrion knows when to step up and get dirty, so to say, as a la Christina Aguilera.
Get dirty.
Yeah, and Redman. I almost forgot about Redman.
Well, should we start with the Tyrion plotline, even though it was more toward the end of the episode, since we mentioned him already? Okay. So, here's what I'm going to call these guys. So, it's Tyrion and Jorah have been a team for a couple episodes now. I just say we move to just refer them more simply as... I was going to say Team Jorian.
Jorian.
Or is there a better one?
Tyra. Jorian.
I like Jorian.
Tyra. I like Tyra. Tyra's better.
Maybe if they get a third member of the team... that guy from the Bank of Bravos that was in last season, they'd bring him into the mix. There'll be Tyra Banks.
There you go.
Then we're cooking with gas.
Then we really have to put on a game show for America's Next Top. I guess freedom fighter? Is that what they are now? There's no slaves anymore. Right?
Well, there's no slaves except Mr. Echo clearly sold them off at a slave market. Maybe they weren't in Marine, the city proper, when he did that. But so he sells Jorah off. And did you hear the credits he got? The credits, I guess, that he gave Jorah here for why they should buy him.
Well, why Tyrion said he should be bought?
No, the Mr. Echo guy, you know, that actor. At a BC, whatever. He was selling Jorah, and he was saying, like, this is a guy from Westeros, all this.
Oh, he killed Khal Drogo.
He said he killed Khal Drogo. He's embellishing. He also said that maybe just average, casual viewers of the show might not have picked up on this, but a haughty book reader like myself picked up on this one. I guess it's a good time to reiterate if you're just listening or watching for the first time.
I don't know why you'd be listening to this podcast, but yeah.
Well, no, because maybe they're like, oh, I watched The Gift. I want to check out someone's thoughts on it. Let me click here. And they want to know what's going on. No, I'm not spoiling anything. As I always say, it's hard to do it at this point anyway. But even reading the books, I know maybe a little more background on the world than you do, DrewNam.
Yeah.
So I'm just resetting up that dynamic, restating it.
All slam dunk.
All that to say, before he said that he killed Khal Drogo, he also said something about him battling on the island of Spike, which really he meant to say the real one is Pike, which where the Greyjoys are from. It was a reference to the Greyjoy Rebellion, and he says Jorah was the first one through with a flaming sword and killed 50 men. Now, really, who did that? I don't know if he killed 50 men, but the guy who came through there with the flaming sword was actually Thoros of Myr, a character we've seen before, although not in a couple of years.
I don't remember.
Do you remember who that is? The priest who brings the other guy back to life. The Red Priest, that guy. That's the actual guy who did that stuff on Pike, and that the slave master is saying. No, I just thought that was pretty interesting. Probably no one cares but myself. Enam's bored, he's looking at his phone. So they get sold, and Tyrion goes along with him. He convinces them. How does Tyrion convince the guy to buy him too.
He said, "We're a combo package," and then he drop kicks and drops an elbow on this weak slave owner apparently.
Yeah, I don't think that guy was an owner. He's kind of
a pirate. He's a lackey.
The pirate lackey.
Pirate lackey, yeah.
That was pretty funny. I thought he got the shit kicked out of him.
He even did a roundhouse kick. I've never seen a vertically challenged or vertically person, a midget of some sort, basically.
Yeah, backpedal that way.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, just drop kick a roundhouse kick, and then stare at the audience as like a wrestling move. Be like, "Oh yeah," and then no one clapped for him though, except for Mr. Echo.
Yeah, he was amused. The guy was mildly amused. He's like, "All right, it was kind of funny. I'll buy him too." And Tyrion's like, "Oh, we're going to Marine. We need to be freedmen." He's like, gives him like one coin. He's like, "All right, there's your pay. That'll last you for the rest of your life." But maybe not. Maybe they will survive. Because what happens later? They go to the preliminaries for the fighting pits.
This is, I would say, this is like the round of 64, or maybe 68.
Maybe even just to get into the round of 60. This is like
dance.
Yeah, this is like the Big East tournament or something.
Yeah.
The Big Least tournament. And this slave master guy, I don't think he was not expecting to see the queen in attendance. He looked quite shook by that, and he's trying to get his people in order.
Yeah, and she was not really interested in viewing this spectacle, which is kind of, which is really weird because she's like, it's like, oh, this is so bloody and awful, but she burned someone to crisp.
Yeah, it seems like she only likes violence when she is a perpetrator,
right.
Or at least she orders it being
very
done.
hypocritical.
She doesn't really seem amused by these kind of so-called free men or whatever they are, right. Fighting. Clearly he's still slaves, but just fighting each other poorly. She did like when Jorah came out, though. Before she realized it was him.
She was really perky.
He came out and was doing more Batman-style stuff where he doesn't kill them, but kind of just knocks them out.
Yeah.
And she seemed to be liking that until he whipped off the mask or the helmet.
Get him out of my sight.
But Tyrion's still in the back chained up, and he's trying to get loose. And then who's this guy that came and knocked him loose?
He looked like a hacksaw Jim Duggan, WWE wrestler, just... instead of a 2x4, he took a whole axe, and I thought he was gonna. Everyone, based on that swing, looked like he was gonna chop Tyrion in half, but then he freed.
That's what Tyrion thought. But no,
he was liberated.
He's like, "Oh, thanks, dude."
He was liberated.
Tyrion's out of jail for now, at least. We'll talk about it at the end, but his other two siblings are currently. By the way, I just want to say this right now. Tyrion's still basically in captivity. Tywin Lannister. Such a bad father that as soon as he's out of the picture, well, does that make him a bad father or a good father in that he was able... Basically, the point I'm trying to make is all three of Tywin's children, all currently, as of the end of this episode, all in custody, all in jail, basically. Does that make Tywin just the worst father ever? Or was he, at least when he was living, he was able to keep his kids in line? Or what
no, I mean, he pushed his kids... far apart. One of them wanted to thought she was in the number one child syndrome, with Cersei, where she had everything made up. But no matter what, Tywin still wanted to push like this marriage on her, and she really hated that. She was even going to go tell the media that she was sleeping with her brother, but she didn't get that chance because obviously Tywin got killed. So yeah. So I mean, when it comes down to it, I don't think he's a bad father. I think.
Oh, you don't think Tywin was a bad?
No, I think he's a horrible father. Based on his tradition and custom, it's just like any conservative father. Like this is the way we roll. This is what we do. No matter what, you have to stick to the plan. And now the plan has fell apart. So obviously, all these guys don't know what to do because they've been told what to do their whole life.
They've all been incarcerated.
Yeah, their decisions are making them get into these situations. Like Cersei made the decision to hire. All right,
well, let's get into Cersei. Let's finish up with this plotline. Oh. Well, we probably should backtrack away from Team Jorian for a second and get back to... so we have Team Jorian, or do we want to call them Team Tyra? Team Tyra.
Team Tyra.
We have Team... what I'm going to call Team Hizdan. That's Hizdar and Dany. They're the ones who showed up. But before Team Hizdan showed up at the preliminary round, she was abed with old Dario.
Super Dario.
And he was giving her the pipe, but when he finished that, he had a little
bedtime chat, the pill talk?
advice for her. What was that advice about what to do with the her enemies?
Kill them.
Just a few of them, or how many of them?
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
Kill them all.
He said basically it seemed to me like he was almost trying to set up like an SO style Red Wedding, where like Walter Frey had them Starks and everyone come in a wedding, and then bait and switched them, killed them. Mm-hmm. Dario saying like bait and switch them with the fighting games, the great games. Just invite them all there and then kill them there. What do you think about that parallel? Is that about accurate?
Yeah, I mean...
And do you think she should take his advice? Second.
Well, with that body, yeah, definitely. Dario's a good-looking dude, so...
He's got an ass on him.
Yeah,
he likes to flex that thing.
He's got good facial hair too, very trimmed. Very,
Meanwhile, Danny is pulling the move right out of like a sitcom where getting up out of bed after doing it and has like the blankets, pillows all pulled right up, covering her.
Because the actress doesn't do nude scenes apparently anymore, right?
Yeah, which is fine. That's her prerogative, and it's like if I want to see her naked, I'll just roll back to season 1. But I wish the director would. I wish the director would just stage it a little. Just show her face or whatever. Don't give me this like this fake bullshit pulling these covers off. Right. Whatever. That's my opinion. But do you think she should take that advice or not?
I think she. I mean, right now she doesn't really have a lot of good advice, but obviously this is things that we have to. She has to decide by herself. She's kind of like similar in where Cersei was in her power, right? Not knowing where to go with her decisions. So she's basically just rolling with the punches. So she might end up doing something like that, I think.
Okay, well, you said she is not getting a lot of good advice right now, but is that about to change? Because Jorah the Explorer is back. Maybe she won't listen to him, but his gift to her was our boy Tyrion. I'm the gift, Your Grace. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, he's a cock. He's a product of a cock merchant.
And we know well, the cock merchants are going hungry now because they didn't get him, but...
Son of a bitch.
I guess, it seemed to me like...
that storyline should have been
Mr. Echo should have been like... I thought he would have kept Tyrion. I know it's contrivance for the story, but...
Right.
Well, anyway, you think Dany's going to be getting Tyrion back on her side? Is she going to kill him because he's Lannister, or is she going to listen to him? Is she going to make him the court jester? What's going to happen?
Or just because he's small, he's got to be the comedian?
Well, he is already a comedian. That's happened in this one.
That's true, but he's smarter than anyone else that's probably there. Well, I mean, from what we've seen of the characters, I think she's definitely going to listen to both of them, because why else would they just end the scene and no one die, huh?
Yeah. Did you watch the preview for next week's?
I don't read books.
You don't like to be spoiled on the preview. I won't say anything then, but they're going to be in the next one, so hopefully we'll get our answers.
Son of a bitch! Now I can't even watch it.
And then just the last thing about this whole Marine thing, I just want to shout out that Slave Master guy again. Not Mr. Echo, he's good too, but the guy who bought them, I thought this actor was pretty good. He was amusing me. Like, I liked his little pep talk to the fighters before they go out. Like, you guys are all completely worthless lives, but you can do one good thing and give the queen like a great game here.
Right.
He's giving like a football pep talk, but it's for these fighting pets. I liked it, and I liked when he saw Danny was there. I liked how he got shook up.
Yeah.
Good actor. All right, where should we head to next? What do you think? Should we talk about Sad Sansa and what's going on over at Winterfell?
Well, this is, I think this is something that every single fan of the series and the show is most interested in right now, just because the most evil character is in Winterfell right now, and Ramsay Bolton. So,
I thought you were going to say that old woman.
That old woman.
She got taken care of.
She's
not that well. She's still technically there. But.
Yeah. She still remembers though the North, but that's why she got deaded.
Well, yeah. So Sansa has been still getting abused by Ramsay. Obviously, she's basically locked in her room. Rika's basically, I guess, the only one that comes in besides Ramsay. So she has to try to appeal to him. How does she try to go about it?
She says, "I don't care what you did for my family. I need you to help me." He's going, and then Reek's just giving her straight advice. Like, listen,
don't make it worse.
Don't fuck it up.
It could always get worse.
It can really get worse. You don't know this guy like I do.
And she's like, "What did he do to you?" And he won't tell her. But then she's like, yeah, you're Theon of this island's the heir to this, whatever you can do, go light my candle for me. So it looks like he's going to go do it, but another bait and switch. They basically, this was like a directorial trick where they show him going outside with the candle. They show that broken tower where the signal's supposed to go. Then they show him walking up the stairs of a tower, but
it's not the same tower.
Nope, it's old Ramsay's headquarters.
Where he's doing a lot of paperwork.
Yeah, he's at the desk. He's working late. He's burning the midnight oil. He's like, I gotta move. Oh, this engagement came up. Now I gotta move this flaying to Tuesday. Damn it! I wanted to get that
tell reception to push it.
Oh, okay. What's up, Rick? What are you doing here? So he susses out that plan, and then they show a shot of Brienne just staring at the tower, like, I wonder when this candle is gonna get lit.
Yeah, she's waiting for that candle.
So she had a non-speaking role, a 2-second scene in this one. Hey, she gets paid. Her and Podrick, he was there just briefly too.
Yeah. I mean, it's good to know that she's still standing.
Keep getting them checks, Gwendolyn Christie.
Yeah.
So then, later, Ramsay lets Sansa go outside for a bit, and they're up on what do you call, like the battlements, I guess, or whatever you call the top of the castle.
Yeah.
And did you see what? There was a quick cutaway scene, real quick, where Sansa did something. Did you catch this?
She grabbed a little.
She grabbed something. Yeah. What do you think that thing was? I couldn't really tell.
It was a nail filer.
A nail filer. She's gonna file it with that. Now, unlike some of the other people in this episode, her prison cell is a bedroom. It doesn't really have metal bars. So.
Right. So she had to take care of her, do a little manicure action first, because of that woman that was helping her. She's dead.
Oh, that was her previous manicurist.
Yeah, exactly.
Ramsay's like, I could bring my girl Miranda in here to do the nails. No, I'll pass on that.
No, I don't.
I don't know. It looked like it was some kind of
something to kill,
keg opener or something. Yeah. But it seems like this will come up. Chekhov's whatever object. Ramsay's like giving her all this talk, like Stannis is out there in the storm. He's a southerner. We northerners can hold on. We're used to fighting like this. And we see later that he really is in that storm. But she gets a couple digs on old Ramsay, saying you're just a bastard.
You're a bastard.
Your dad's wife's pregnant. He'll replace you with a son.
Yeah.
He's like, I was legitimized by King Tommen, and she's like, oh, that's bastard number 2.
No, all of you guys are bastards.
I was like, Sansa, what are you don't tell this shit to him. He's crazy. But he turns it up again on her real quick. Well, first he mentions a third bastard, who Sansa's a little more close to. Who is that?
Her boy, Johnny.
Her bro.
Johnny Baratheon Stark.
She did not realize that. Wait, Baratheon?
Yeah, I'm not Baratheon. Targaryen, sorry.
Yeah. Presumably. But I guess that would still make him a bastard. Even though he's just not the bastard.
Yeah, Targaryen and Ned Stark actually had a child together.
It is. Okay. Yeah. No wonder they're keeping that a secret.
The worst thing to do is come home to your wife with a child
that you had from a man,
from another man.
So kind of Arnold in that movie situation. What movie is it? Junior. Yeah. Now I'm just picturing Ned Stark as the cover of like the poster for the movie Junior, but it's Sean Bean's head instead of Arnold.
There you go. It could be a good spin-off movie. Who knows?
Okay. Well, and maybe that old lady in Winterfell gave birth to. All right. So the old lady has been afflayed. So how do we know? I mean, I guess I wasn't quite sure because Reek didn't seem to know that she didn't tell him that was the woman. So how did Ramsay find out it was her? I guess just process of elimination. She was one of the only people to see Sansa or something. How do you know that was the woman? But
do you think? I mean, she's the only one. Yeah, probably. On deduction logic, right?
Yeah.
The only person that
or someone else snitched on her or something.
Yeah.
But she didn't give up anything about it, so he doesn't know about Bran still, because he said her heart gave out before it even got to her face. And then, so is Bran just going to keep waiting for this candle that's never going to come, or is she going to take act? Is she going to, you'd think she'd be able to even see this flayed old woman up there.
Bran's going to have to make a choice between old Bran and new Bran soon. Because she also has a kill list, and on that kill list is a person that's marching towards the north.
Now, should we mention him then?
Yes, so Stannis Baratheon, and he's going to probably need Brienne to help for her to go in during that time, and she may have to be forced with a decision to honor a lady that died under her watch, or a friend that died under her watch. So
True.
yeah, and I don't know. It's what you do. It's like that detective that's been working on the case that's right in front of him, but still that serial murderer for 20 years has been getting away for a while. You know,
the Zodiac. What if shit? In an ideal world for Brienne is she gets one of those riding lances, gets on the horse, has Stannis, Roose, and Ramsay just lined up all in a row, and just shish kebabs all of them.
Well, she has the best sword too.
That's true.
Yeah, which is.
I don't think it can reach through 3 men, but yeah, she could.
Well, hopefully we get to test it out.
Yeah, let's see. I'm intrigued. So Davos is assessing the damages of the camp.
Yeah,
and he's giving Stannis all the bad news. All these horses died. All 500 sellswords rode off. Abandoned the cause. He's like, let's call it. Let's call this one. Let's head back to Old Castle Black. Let's do it. Let's do it next winter or next summer.
Yeah. It's I'm really tired, man. Come on, I mean, let's not stop killing horses and other men right now. We're pretty hungry.
But Stannis is saying no dice. We're doing it now or never. We ride to victory or defeat. He says winter is coming. Those aren't just the stark words. It's the truth. We winter in Winterfell, or we die trying.
Yeah. It's like 50 Cent. Get rich or die trying.
Yeah, and then the last part of the scene is, so Davos leaves, Mel is talking to him. Stannis looks like he's trying to get busy with Mel, but then she's like, "Now we need your daughter. We need that king's blood for you to be victorious over these Boltons." Stannis is not hearing it right now. He sends her packing, but
what does he need the blood? He needs to kill his daughter, or what?
That's the implication, I would imagine. Remember, they had Gendry doing the leech blood, but then she really wanted to kill him to execute, sacrifice him, but Davos had him escape. It seems like maybe they're setting up the same sort of thing, but this time it seems like Stannis won't let it happen. The camera did linger on him after she left. It looked like he was contemplating it. Given what we know, I don't think he will go through with it, but what does this mean? It's probably going to mean something bad for Stannis now. It seems like he's probably going to not sacrifice his daughter, but then he's going to lose to the Boltons or die or something.
Right.
And if he would have listened to Melisandre, he would have won, but his daughter would be dead. I don't know. It seems like a bad situation. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I think it's going to come to build up with all the storylines that started off at Castle Black there will intertwine towards this war that will happen. And I'm pretty sure we'll see definitely an epic battle, but some of the storylines will cross, like Brienne, like I mentioned before, and also Jon Snow and the Wildlings. So,
all right. So, shall we go back up or stay up north?
I don't know if I'm ready for staying in this long winter weather right now. So.
Hey, winter just started. I think
it's
been coming. It's been coming for years, and it's finally come.
Well, I mean, apparently it has started. But can you tell me why I've been sweating my balls off all day in the Mr. Irrelevant / Brooklyn Rebound Studios?
Oh well, Podnam. We're actually it's currently spring, summer right now here in New York, where our studio is. Mm-hmm. We're not in the world of Game of Thrones, where winter has come. You realize we're not really in that world, right?
Wait, what? I thought every time we do this recap, we are easily inside the world that is Narnia. I mean, Game of Thrones. I mean, Lord of the Rings. I mean, Star Wars, right?
It sounds like you're a little confused. Let's just move on and talk about... Okay, well, all right. Now, don't look at me like that. We're in the world. We're in the world of Narnia.
Good.
So we're in Narnia. We're at Castle Black.
Yeah.
And Jon Snow, he's peacing out with Unchained Tormund again. He put him back in chains after he unchained him that one episode. And then he re-Tormund Unchained.
It's a lot of work. Those chains look heavy. Not just for him to carry, but for someone to take up.
That horse that Tormund sat on is don't tell me about things that are heavy. That horse looked like it was going to sink into the ground with that big guy.
I would think so, yeah.
It was pony, but our old friend Alistair is, of course, not happy about it. He tells Jon. Jon's like, yep, duly noted. Peace. Mm-hmm. The kid is still looking pissed. So that's probably going to be trouble for John.
He looks like he got a real stank face right there.
He does.
Yeah,
he ate them wildlings.
He's really, really upset. The wrestling bitch face actually affected him the most, maybe, than any other character so far this season, I would say. Usually Cersei, but I think he's competing for that title.
Well, yeah, Cersei she made a couple different faces in this
She's
one.
been smiling. She's been smiling, yeah.
We'll get to it. So Sam gives John a going away gift, which is some of that dragon glass. So I feel like this means
sweet, sweet dragon glass.
I feel like the White Walkers will definitely be making a reappearance wherever John goes, or else why would they throw this part in?
Oh, no, it's just like to remember him by.
Yeah,
you know,
and they
like,
talked about it with Stannis.
Sam's going to miss him dearly, so it's
yeah.
almost like a romantic gift that was given.
I mean, Sam was in trouble this episode. It might have been their last meeting. It still could be. John will probably get in trouble up there, but him and Gilly are showing the baby off to old Maester Aemon.
Aemon.
And he says, "Get him south, Gillyflower, before it's too late." What does he mean? Well, that's what he calls Gilly, I guess. What does he mean by get him south? Obviously, take the baby south. But is it just because it's dangerous there with the Night's Watch people, or is there something more?
White Walkers.
That's what I was thinking as well.
He's talking to the dead while he's dying. You know how that works. Yeah. When people are on their deathbed, they have powers.
Well, he literally was talking. So first he says the baby reminds him of his brother Egg, which is what he called his brother Aegon. Aegon. And then he really seemed to think he was really, when he was getting more, closer to death, right. He seemed like he really was talking to, he thought he was talking to his brother, actually.
I think he was definitely having some kind of hallucination of some sorts, but it's all about that baby. You don't want babies in the street. They could peddle crack. They could be out in D.C., waiting to get in the club. You don't want babies out there by themselves, That's the main concern. That's what I think he was referring to.
The Lord said, "Get him south where there's none of these nightclubs to do it." Then he had, alright, so right before he dies, he has a line that was pretty sad, I thought, where he says, "Egg, I dreamed that I was old."
Egg.
That's his brother.
Yeah.
I dreamed I was old, he says.
He dreamed that he was old.
It's messed up.
Yeah. That he was old or Egg was old?
That he was old.
Well, he's older brother.
I know, but he's basically what it seems like he doesn't realize he is an old man. He thinks he's like having a dream that he's an old man when he really, do you understand?
So you're saying...
You're looking very blank right now, like we're still in Narnia.
Well, I mean, he is old, that's what I'm saying. Like,
but that's why it's so sad.
It's reverted
dying, he thinks he's like young still, but he's really a 100-year-old man.
I think I
thought it was.
I think feeling old and frail dying is probably worse than feeling like young and juvenile and going out with a bang like that. Maybe he was...
I guess. Well, this is like the first... is this the first natural causes death ever on Game of Thrones? It's gotta be, right?
I would say so, yeah.
I can't think of another one.
Most of them have been either dragon, torched, killed.
Most people don't make it to be an old person, and if they do, they still get a bad death. Like the old maester from Winterfell got stabbed to death.
Even Carl Jr. got shot by a hunter. Oh wait, no, sorry. I'm just in so many different parallel universes right now.
I don't even know what that was. Was that a Walking Dead one?
Yeah. Carl
doesn't even make sense because Carl's not an old man. God, get it together. Well, I bet I know where this is going to go, but I have a quick quiz for you regarding these Targaryens. Do you understand anything about where in the Targaryen line Maester Aemon is, or was, I guess I should say.
He was the rightful heir to the kingdom.
And his brother, who his brother was.
His brother was Mad King.
No.
His dad was a Mad King.
No.
The
Mad King was the son of his brother, who he calls Egg.
Okay.
And he was the older brother of Egg, but he wanted to be a maester, so he abdicated the throne and let Aegon, be a king. He obviously had a son, which became the Mad King. The Mad King had a daughter, which became Daenerys. So that's where. So Aegon was Daenerys's great uncle.
So wait, I thought he was banished to the Wall.
Here's what I think it was. He was a maester already before he would have
Did
accepted
he get a
the kingship.
certification online as well?
He got online and no, I think those Targaryens are rich, so he didn't need Phoenix Online. He had a Harvard education.
He had a Harvard professor come to him.
But so he was already a maester when he could have been king. I think they offered him to be king, even though he was a maester and really shouldn't be. He didn't accept. But after they did pass him over, they're like, well, he's just Targaryen. He could still cause trouble potentially with things. Let's just get him as far away as possible. That's why they put him all the way up at the wall. That's my assumption, at least. I don't know if I'm getting that. Part of that might be from the book. I don't remember, but I think that's the case. Does that make sense?
Do you think that, most importantly, when you said that, does this make sense? Do you think that dinosaurs could climb the wall? Like dinosaurs from Jurassic World?
Not T-Rexes, because their arms would be tiny.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they existed at any point? I mean, there's dragons, right?
There's dragons, there's giants, mammoths. I don't think they were in the right time period, because if there's mammoths, those didn't coincide with dinosaurs.
So we missed them. We just missed them.
We missed them. I think if we did a flashback episode
That'd be
a couple thousand years ago, dinos in there. So, Aemon's dead. At the funeral, Alistair has some pretty poor tact for a funeral when they're burning the body. He straight up tells Sam, you're losing all your friends.
Yeah, he was saying you're being defriended by a lot of people here. You better get your Facebook game on.
That was a tough defriend. Like, normally, Maester Aemon, if you don't want to be friends with Sam anymore, just hit the defriend button or whatever, unfriend. You don't have to die and get
he entered the world.
Okay, well, so later, now that Aemon's gone and Johnny Snow, his boyfriend Jon Snow, is not there to protect him, some brutes go for Gilly.
Gilly?
They're like, I heard what our boy Ramsay was doing a bit down south. That sounds like fun.
Chef Gordon Ramsay?
Yeah. It really should be Chef Bobby Flay with what Ramsay likes to do, but
maybe he's picking up some cooking techniques either or, right?
Well, Sam comes in to put a stop to it and gets the shit kicked out of him. He takes a beating. He still gets up, but who comes in to save the day?
Oh, it was my boy Kevin Ali of the Yukon Huskies. He was there, head coach of your national former defending champions. He was just there barking up a storm. Yeah,
I just got the image in my head now. Kevin Ali like on the sideline wearing like a husky like hat, like a dog hat on him. You should try that next year if he's still gonna be there. No, it's Ghost who didn't go with John apparently, which seems foolish of John, but good thing he stayed to help Gilly and Sam.
Yeah, we call him G-Host Dog, right?
The G-Host Dog, not to be confused with our friend G-Host Joe. He didn't come in this episode. And then, so Ghost saved the day, and then Sam finally gets him some.
Oh yeah, Sam got him some. I mean, that's what you have to do. You either have to lay down or lay down, right? And he got both lay downs where he got the absolute beating of his lifetime, probably. It looked like his nose was broken.
Well, I feel like his dad probably beat him up too, or something.
Not that.
Yeah, probably not that bad.
Not that bad. No.
Maybe some schoolyard bullies back in the Reach. But so did you buy that Gilly was hot for Sam in this moment and wanted to bone him, or was it more of like a pity boning because he got beat up so bad?
You mean sympathy bone?
Was it sympathy bone, or was it I really liked you all this time, Sam? I want to take our relationship to the next level.
I think she was
despite your oaths.
I think she was into the guys that were proposing to her, propositioning her beforehand. She was really into getting excited, and then
going down dangerous territory here, Podnam. Dangerous territory.
And then she really...
You're on a Jon Snow mission right now in this territory. Trying to say she was into those dudes we're doing to
I mean,
her.
I do know nothing, so what is really safe? But no, maybe she got some scared. She's never had a consensual, I guess, maybe sexual experience.
Not in the traditional sense.
No.
Considering her father was also her husband, husband.
And all the other boys around there were dead. So.
Yeah, were dead or given to the White Walkers.
Right. So she wasn't going to be hooking up with any White Walkers anytime soon. So the next best thing from a White Walker or her father is Sam. I don't know. I mean, that's probably insulting Sam on so many levels, but honestly, that's the truth, right?
Yeah. But that didn't really answer my question, I guess.
Was she hot for Sam?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, she got aroused. I mean, she got scared. Scared can be...
Oh, I guess you did answer.
Yeah, fear, excitement.
Okay, so you're saying that. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm leaning that way as well.
Yeah.
But hard to tell. And I guess it doesn't technically break his vows, like he said in that episode last year. It just says we can't father no children. It doesn't say anything about
Do you think that... Also, I want to ask you a question.
Yes.
Do you think that Sam... If Sam was on the Bachelor version of Game of Thrones and Gilly was the Bachelorette, or Bachelorette, right? Would Gilly choose Sam based on his comedy or his courage? Because apparently Amy Schumer was on The Bachelorette and she was really killing it with all these guys and they were into her and her comedy, but I'm just trying to get a connection here.
But not her courage.
She wasn't really courageous. No, exactly. Yeah.
Well, okay, I thought you were going to set up some contestants to be with Sam.
No. I mean, it's the direct
I think it would be for his courage, and at least as far as her and her baby are concerned. Like, he really perks up to step in when they're in trouble. Generally, other than that, he's not too courageous. But comedy-wise, I don't know. I mean, his saying, "Oh my," that was pretty funny, but not probably to her in that moment. So I think courage.
Oh, when he was spurging after a second, yeah.
I feel like they cut away just before he was gonna pop on.
Well, he did say this one line from the episode. He said, "Oh, I had him right where I wanted him."
Oh yeah.
You know, that was that's a good dry humor after your face feels
that's
like.
True. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, and that's what got him.
It's
late.
It's no Tyrion level material, but it was funny for Sam.
Tyrion, they're both smart people, but Tyrion's more of a, I guess, highbrow comedy, while Sam's more about laying down on the ground comedy. So,
Tyrion's into the highbrow comedy of beating someone with chains. I just thought of something else. What if they set up this Bachelorette scenario? It looks like Sam's going to win the rose or whatever they get. Then all of a sudden, Jon Snow comes back down from the north in tow with one of those White Walkers, and the guy's like, "Oh, Gilly, it's me, your long-lost brother." She's like, "Oh, I like to keep it in the family." Sorry, Sam.
That would be that would be some good.
That'd be quite a twist.
Good conversation, yeah. You know, apparently there's been a lot of news recently about gyms and low price, affairs. Do you think that Sam should join a Planet Fitness and get his weight down and basically?
At this point, what's the point, really? I mean, you do that to get the girl, and he's already did it.
Yeah, but she keeps on telling him, "Sam, chill out, man. You're not this guy. Stop trying to be this guy." Maybe he gets so stubborn, he keeps on getting his ass kicked about it. Is he going to get laid every time? Maybe, but in the long run,
I think if he takes some more weight off, he might not be able to take all these vicious punches and beatings. So
it might not a Homer Simpson boxer situation.
Yeah. So I don't know.
All right.
Well, we talked enough about Sam, I think.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about our girl, QOT, Queen of Thorns? What'd she get up to in this app?
Oh, she has a weird name. That's what she was told.
Olenna. Lady Olenna.
Yeah, someone told her off that her name sucks.
I must have missed this part.
Not her name sucks. He went looking for the High Maester, or High
Sparrow. High Septon, whatever.
High Septon, right. And then she was basically just like, almost as if treating that name as like garbage and rubbish. And,
Tyrell name.
Yeah, and she was like, what is it, High Sparrow?
Oh, okay, then her nickname, yeah.
Right.
And then and they're like talking about their old people ailments, so more old people on the show here. Big episode for old actors, old character actors, frankly.
Yeah.
Got a lot of work in. They're getting them checks as well.
Yeah. Do you think Tywin's going to come back in the flashback and get some work too?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I wouldn't put it, good on Charles Dance if he can swing that type of thing.
Maybe both him and Ned Stark is not that old, but I mean he might be old now, Dead Soul,
Hey, I don't know. I think Tywin already got enough screen time. I want his little bro, Uncle Kevin back in the picture. He's still alive after all. He's an old guy too. Let's get him some.
Do you think someone will scream, kind of like Kevin's mom from Home Alone, Kevin?
Okay.
I think that's the way he should enter after someone screams. Or Raven makes sense.
I have a feeling Uncle Kevin's mom / Tywin's mom is not around anymore, but if she is, she's the oldest in the world. Now that Aemon's...
So, before you go into this, I thought this scene was great because I thought this is the most sexually charged conversation between the two characters. The whole episode.
Oh my!
They were really getting into it. They were like digging left and right. I thought something when they showed nudity in the beginning. I thought this was where it was going to go down.
What if it was like at first you when she comes in, the septon is you can only see his head like he's down doing something. Or if he came out of that thing and he was just wearing no pants, like top only.
Oh,
they just had the whole conversation.
And she just drops a rope because she's running out of options to convince him. So
yeah, her husband's dead, right? So she can do it.
She can go with it. Yeah.
No, but so she tries to get her typical zings in at him, but it doesn't really work on this guy, right?
Nope.
Even though she had some pretty good ones, but it doesn't matter. It's like throwing him into the ocean. Like he's like a true believer, I think.
Yeah.
And he said, she threatens to stop the food train from coming, but he's like, what? Do you go out in the fields and sow the wheat or whatever?
Was that you who did that?
Nope. We're the people. We can do it. This guy's a man of the people.
99%.
And he basically drops Mike by saying, when the many stop fearing the few, Mike drop out. Just tailed it off.
Yeah, he actually
good exit. This was probably
he probably went to go pleasure himself just because there was a lot of sexual chemistry.
I mean, no one was. We haven't got to his main scene yet, the High Septon, but just overall in this episode, did anyone put up more W's in this app than High Septon, High Sparrow?
Dubs? Nah, he racked up a lot. He was on fire. He was like Steph Curry with the pot.
I was gonna say he's literally Dubs, the Warriors.
Yeah.
But luckily, don't despair Lady Olenna, because following that beating. She gets a text from Littlefinger.
Actually, I think it was a emoji, mainly.
Yeah. Well, emojis are in text. It was the bird emoji. We'll get to that in a second, but I kind of want to go in order from the rest of the episode at this point.
Okay.
Just going to make sense. So now we cut to Tommen. He's not pleased that he's the king, but he can't do shit. He's like, I want to start wars, or I'll do something. And then Cersei's like, nah. She's
like, don't sully yourself. Don't go down to that level. I got you. I'll take care of this.
She says, "You're all that matters, you and your sister." And we cut to the sister almost. It's Jaime in Dorne. Mm-hmm. He's got a pretty nice apartment cell going on here. I mean, this is he has like one of those couches where you can like lay down, fainting couch, whatever. He's got a nice window.
Well, he's the father of the Queen.
Yes.
Yeah.
The uncle.
Yeah.
And but we see that where the rest of the people are in the cells, they don't have as nice of accommodations.
Some people got better
there.
views over there. Yeah.
Actually, basically it goes, well, Sansa's kind of in a cell, like we said, even though it's a room, so that's pretty bad. But starting with Jaime, the cells start pretty plush and go down from there the rest of the episode, as we'll see. But this one's pretty nice. Marcella comes in, basically typical, like, teenage daughter type scene here.
Yeah. Dad
gets told,
I don't get it. Why do you have to be so mean? Let me have fun. Why can't I hang out with my friends? They get to do everything, and now you just tell me that I can't do anything? Mm-hmm. What the hell, Dad? I mean, Uncle. I mean, Dad. I mean.
Now, do you think she knows in her heart that it's really her dad?
No, kids are too dumb, especially then.
I don't think Tommen, because Tommen's pretty dumb, but something about the scene, I don't know if I was reading into it too much, or the performance by the actress, but I just felt like she kind of knows that it might be her dad, just the way she talks to him and everything. Like, you don't know me, whatever.
Well, also, I don't think she really got any chance to really know her other dad, the King of Baratheon, because we said.
Well, she's been away from her family for probably 2 years at this point in general.
Right.
But they were both around her. Both her fathers were around at the beginning of, in like the first episode. We see her with them. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I don't know. Well, so we go down to a slightly less good cell. Mm-hmm. Where who do we got down in this one?
We got Sobrani, paper towel, hanging out, just chilling.
What's he soaking up down here?
He's talking about banging Dornish woman, and
he's finished that song that he was singing last episode.
Yeah, he's capitalizing it. And he gets a clap. He gets a clap from appreciation.
The snakes.
The snakes, yeah. And,
from one of them at least.
Well, I would say the
young one, the youngest one.
The prettier one. I don't know her name. She looks like
her name is Tyene Sand.
She has a Natalie Portman kind of look there from closer, a little short hair action.
Yeah, she's got the pixie haircut. What else she got?
Apparently, she has
female parts that she likes showing off every now and then. So
Apparently she probably does it a lot because her other sisters were back rolling their eyes pretty hard.
because we've seen this again.
But Bron got the show for the first time, and what did she tell him about what was on that old knife she cut him with?
Oh, it was infected with some poisonous disease that if it hits the bloodstream, it can cause you to die, right?
Mm-hmm. And she got his blood up quick with that show, but then she gives him the antidote. What do you think she did that for?
Mainly because she wants to have babies with him.
She wants Sir Bronny to soak something else up?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
Could that be the only reason? Just because she thinks he's cute or whatever? Likes him?
No, I think maybe she might... she's thinking she might need their help to escape this because they're in deep shit right now.
That's kind of what I might be thinking.
Yeah.
Because, like, why wouldn't she just let him die? Well, one thing, maybe she doesn't want him to die right there, and then their uncle will know they did that too. They're already in trouble. Maybe it's just that. But they know, they sussed out that he's like a sellsword type of guy. Maybe they're going to try to win him over to their cause. And they got some things old Jamie doesn't have
like movies
to win him over, yeah.
Yeah, and antidotes and movies.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or maybe that was like, she'll be like in the next episode, oh, that antidote only lasts a day. I have more antidote, but you have to do this, or maybe it'll be like that. I don't know.
Well, this is the first time in a while that a woman has used her sexuality in a power sequence, really.
I suppose.
Mainly, a lot of times we see, that was recommended.
Marjorie did it, or at least tried it, toward the beginning of the season.
Well, not to like a trained warrior or anything like that.
Well, that's true.
Like...
I would not call Tom a trained warrior.
No, but like... You would think this would happen more often, right?
Well, they're different down in Zorn a little bit. They're more open about this sort of thing.
I think the only time that the next time this is gonna play out as a prediction is when maybe Sansa does something like this, pull some tricks with her sexuality.
I don't know. Well,
as Littlefinger recommended to do. So.
That's true, but he didn't seem informed. But what he is informed about is a way to get back at Cersei that he tells Queen of Thorns. And first, I want to just point this line out she had that I thought was pretty good. She says, "You've always been very impressed with yourself, haven't you?" He does not really trouble to deny it.
No.
But he says, "I have a gift for you." This is the titular gift of the episode. There's a couple gifts in this episode.
He's always giving gifts.
And what was it?
It was a young man. I don't know. I mean, she was kind of roused from that conversation with the old guys. Maybe she's really sleeping around with young men, but that's what I figured because he works at a brothel. But it wasn't. I was waiting for that cue music of some young guy coming in and seducing her.
Well, it seems like it was Lancel Lannister, because that's how they get Cersei.
Well, yeah.
But here's what I was unclear on. I figured that he told the High Sparrow everything already. Like, why would he need a Leonard Littlefinger to make him tell it? Like, it seemed like he was already
Timing's everything, right?
So, yeah, I don't know.
It's easier for Littlefinger to think, okay, the people that are in power right now, that are more in power or have more motivation to capitalize, it's like chess moves. You don't always just move your bishop or move your rook whenever you want. You do it in sequences and predictions, right? So she'd rather have Cersei have that advantage in the beginning, thinking everything's okay, and then have this trump card.
No, I do understand that. That's what I thought as well. But what I'm saying is, what did Littlefinger and Tyrell actually have to do with it? Like, if he knew this already, why? When he's saying, "I have a gift for you," this young man or whatever, if it means Lancel, what is he actually doing?
Well, that means Cersei's gone from the picture. All the power's gone.
No, I'm not arguing about that. I'm just saying not what happened, but what did Littlefinger actually do, if anything, to make the High Sparrow aware of what Lancel had to say, or make Lancel go tell him? It seems like they already probably would have had that conversation.
Yeah, I mean, didn't he say that, though? Didn't the High Sparrow say, this guy came to us?
Well, yeah, he did say that, too. That's why I'm just confused about what Littlefinger is saying, "I have a gift for you." Or is it just like, I know this is going to happen already? So
it was basically foretelling something that was going to happen, but by gaining the trust, by the High Sparrow had to play it the same way. Like, he had to gain the trust of Cersei, thinking...
Right, I got that.
For it to actually happen.
I understand that part. Well, all right, let's just finish it out, then I have a couple questions. Cersei goes in to gloat to Marge in prison. How do you think Marge was looking? And so now we're on the third type of cell. This is probably the worst one yet that we've seen.
No, she was looking
Not good accommodation.
She was looking good. She's all natural, very organic.
I thought she was still hot, but
Yeah.
Cersei tries to give her some soup. She tosses that out, and she basically lets go of any pretense of being a lady or whatever, trying to play nice with her, or, she's just like, get out, you hateful bitch. Cersei says, sleep well, sister.
Yeah, she said, I don't want to see your face again. And Cersei was trying to be sympathetic,
Yeah, trying, yeah.
She was like, listen, I hope that's not the case. We're family. I gotta come back here and check on you.
No.
But she wasn't having that, right?
No, she was not. And then what happened?
Then she had...
High Sparrow comes back to talk.
Well, she went to go talk to the High Sparrow.
Right, but I assume he called her and she didn't just come to shoot the shit. Sparrow must have said...
I thought she was just like, hey, what's going on? I'm down here.
Well, she was talking to him because she told Tom and she would see what's going on.
Yeah, she had to make two errands to run, right?
And then she's like, oh, there's accommodations for Marjorie looked fine to me. Keep doing what you're doing.
It's like, yeah, you're doing good
Oh, you
work.
think so, huh? Okay.
Yeah.
You think that would be... You think if you were in a cell, let's say, you would like those accommodations for yourself?
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, that's a great...
Hot Sparrow was asking, hey, if you're on TripAdvisor, how would you rate that cell?
That's so.
Yeah, and
Where's Advisor?
And she said 5 out of 5 stars. So I was like, oh, great. So
she doesn't think things through, and she's only concerned with petty sort of revenge or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people's stakes on heads always, or
and making that wolf die at the first, second episode, whatever.
Yeah.
But so she basically gets hoisted on her own petard.
Mm-hmm. From a boy that got crushed, his feelings crushed by a woman that was his cousin.
Mm-hmm.
And,
well, she still is.
Huh? Well, yeah, I know, but he released his name, he's a brother now, all that stuff.
Now, so it seems like they're just getting her on. Well, so the High Septon says all this and that, and he says, strip down the gold and this is what remains, blah, blah, blah. What will we see when we strip down your finery, I think is the word he uses. And then she finally gets what's going on. You see a little look on her face. I think Lena Headey, the actress, great in this episode. All her facial reactions usually are.
This is something you called in our couple.
Did I?
Yeah, you mentioned this. You said that you think it's going to come around and bite her in the ass.
Oh well, yeah. I mean,
and you were right. This prediction was.
I mean, they're pretty. You didn't see it coming either. I mean,
I did, but to see it play out, I guess. So quickly, also because
it was pretty quick. I'll give you that.
Also because we have a couple episodes,
3 episodes left.
Yeah,
so other stuff's gonna happen. Did you think that she got what she deserves? I guess.
Well, I mean, she's only stayed there one night, so we're gonna find out.
Well, also, so the High Septon says something like she's asking still about the Tyrells, what will happen to them. He says something like, if they admit to what they did, confess, they'll have the mother's mercy. Mm-hmm. What does that mean? Oh, it depends on the situation. Depends how contrite they are. Mm-hmm. So Lancel obviously did some bad things, but he's clearly very contrite about it.
Right.
Now it's like his right-hand man. But can you actually see Cersei being contrite about anything? Or admitting to what she did?
No. She's not able to, what is it called, tell the truth, really? She's not. She
admit to things, yeah.
Yeah, she's too stubborn for that, so she's going to be taken care of during this trial. And what I think is, what Littlefinger's is scheming is, maybe brother has to do time for being gay for a little bit, and then the Queen Marjorie will be back out there in no time.
Yeah. So they got Loras for homosexuality or whatever, buggery. Marjorie for lying under oath. What do they have Cersei on?
For everything.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I don't think they have her for everything because it doesn't behoove Tyrell to get her on the incest charges with Jaime, even if they could prove it, which maybe they can, maybe they can't.
Right.
But that makes Marjorie not queen then. If she's married to a bastard pretender.
Right. You don't want to.
So I think they just have Cersei on
hooking up with her cousin,
adultery with her cousin, and plotting to kill King Robert.
Mm-hmm.
Which she did with Lancel. So that's probably what her charges are.
Probably.
Should be more than enough to put her away, but we'll see what do you think end of the season? 3 episodes left. How does this Cersei/Tyrell storyline play out? You make a prediction.
Yeah, I mean, Cersei/Tyrell, who's going to... neither of them will
the whole thing, what's going to happen?
I think neither of them will have power by the end of this.
Also, who's advising young Tommen at this point? Next episode, who's
the cow, right?
Sir Pounds.
Sir Pounds.
Should be Sir Pounds hasn't shown up this season. I think Tommen is so dumb he cast away his most loyal advisor.
No, I don't think so.
He pulled a Danny and got rid of him.
I mean, he's getting more petting done from a woman than he was. So now he needs some more affection, lonely time.
Yeah, better bring the cat back. What do you think Granny Tyrell is going to try to like talk in his ear and get him on the Tyrell side purely or something?
No, I think he's too dumb to even.
Is he going to call for Uncle Kevin to come?
I think Uncle Kevin definitely will show up. Hey, Unc, what's up? I think things are kind of fucked up over here.
My mom's in jail. Your son is a crazy guy. He carved something in his forehead.
Yeah. So,
and I'm not getting any pussy. Damn it. Uncle Kevin, help me.
The only pussy I'm getting is Mr. Pounds right now, and that's not good enough. So,
or is Littlefinger going to try to mix it up there, or is he just going to leave back to Winterfell?
He's not going to leave anytime soon. I think he'll leave definitely, maybe around the time the big battle will happen. But
is he going to Is he going to pull in a decorator for his ruined brothel? And get that thing going again, or is that a sunk cost at this point?
No, he's definitely got to fix up the place a little bit. It looks really.
He's got to flip this thing if he's leaving.
So, but mainly he's going to make sure all of his pieces are in play before he leaves, and sees everything through that whatever plan he has with these two families being affected by the High Sparrow that they come to fruition. So.
One more wild card I just thought of. What about our boy Qyburn? That's like Cersei's only friend, basically.
Qyburn's going to break out
Is he going to break out the mountain, the new improved mountain, to bust her out of jail? Is like the next episode going to be Cersei like shivering in the corner, like Marjorie was, and then all of a sudden Mountain comes in like the Kool-Aid Man through the sun.
Oh yeah!
And Qyburn's on his back. That would be great.
That would be awesome. But the thing is, it's controlled by all that area is controlled by nuns and
there were some beefy nuns that tossed her in the old cell.
Yeah, they all look like WWF wrestlers.
And she was like, "Look at my face, I'll kill you. It's the last thing you'll see."
I couldn't tell.
Right, bitch,
I couldn't tell if it was a woman or a man for a second.
That was a woman,
but then I realized it was a woman.
It was a Brienne style girl.
Okay, yeah,
the Septa of Tar.
Yeah.
So, what would you rate this episode? How would you like it overall?
I mean, fans are definitely waiting for some kind of vindication from one of the evil parties, right?
So you think we got that here?
They got a little bit from
Ramsay's still running wild.
Ramsay
playing wild.
Yeah, the chef is still playing. Yeah, he's also
he's just at his desk with that schedule. I got my nightly rape. All right,
my 2 o'clock.
I gotta push that flang.
Yeah, it's the worst. He's got.
Oh, I have to go to a baby shower on Saturday.
And then I have to belittle Reek about his not having a penis for about 15 minutes here. See if I can squeeze that in.
No, 15's not enough. I need 20 for that. The baby shower. I'll show up fashionably late to that.
Yeah, and I mean, I just wonder if. When and if something happens to the Boltons, will it be internal or will it be from an outside party? What do you think?
Internal meaning within they themselves.
Who's there, right?
Or does Sansa and Reek count as internal to the Boltons?
Yeah, whoever's in Winterfell, right?
Does Brienne count or she's
Brienne
outside?
Counts as well. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. It's hard to see. I mean, what's going to go on with Stannis? Are they going to? Is his whole thing going to be lost before they even get there, based on not wanting to burn Shireen, or maybe he won't do it and Melisandre gets mad and leaves or something. I mean, they might not even get there, the winter storm, so I don't know. I really don't know.
The problem is
internal at this point, I guess I would say, because of these concerns about Stannis.
Right. So you think all this buildup, all the sexual frustration of battle will just not happen based on Stannis' resources being lack thereof right now?
Here's what I think. My boy Jon Snow, he's gonna go fuck shit up in Hardhome. Gonna get all these wildlings. That's where he's going. he's gonna be like, White Walkers, please, I'll take you back for Gilly. Drop that off with Gilly, sorry Sam. And then bring his wildlings down. He's gonna be like, wildlings, dig my boys out of the snow here. Shireen, grab her, she's not getting burned. Red Witch, you stay in the snow, you're buried. Same with you, Stannis' wife. And then he's gonna go all the way down into Winterfell, be like, Roose Bolton, please. Ghost, eat Roose Bolton. Ghost is going to eat Roose. And then he's going to grab Ramsay and Reek. He's going to save Sansa, obviously. And then he's going to put Reek and Ramsay in like a ring and have him fight it out to the death. He'll probably have to give Reek some upgraded weapons to make it a fair fight.
I think so.
Reek might just kill himself, but whoever loses then will also get eaten by Ghost. And then a happy ending for everyone. What do you think about that? My boy Jon Snow.
I think the predictions, everything's accurate except Reek's going to be the last man standing.
And Jon won't kill Reek then?
No, Jon will die from frostbite. and he'll just be...
Nah, my boy. Well, he might, because considering he never wears a hat or a hood or anything. He's got his beautiful locks flowing in the wind all the time.
Yeah.
Put a hat on.
He's going to have any redhead by his side getting him warm, so... And in some tunnels and caves and shit, so...
Oh, well, maybe he'll... He's got one White Walker boy for Gilly. Maybe he has a White Walker girl. He's going to toss a red wig on her. Be like, this is my lady. I'm Lord Commander. I'm making a rule that we can have ladies now.
And then she'll just be talking. And it's like, no!
Quiet, you.
I told you have to stay back here. Do the dishes. I'll be back.
That would be good.
As long as they have subtitles for those White Walkers, that'll be great.
Yeah. All right. Well, closing sentiment for The Gift, episode 7, season 5.
Well, I mean,
Give us a pithy remark to close on, or should we plug our other podcast?
Well, actually, there's a good segue. So, lately I have some breaking news. I always bring the breaking news on wherever we're at, right? American Ninja Warrior has employed current Seattle Seahawks punter John
Ryan.
Yeah, John Ryan. 2 first names. Now, of the cast of like the leading male figures, I guess, of each either family or wherever they are, which one would do the best, you think, in American Ninja Warrior? They're not American, so we know that. So that takes away part of one of the 3 things that they need to be. So they only have 2/3
I feel like I'm going to go, he wasn't in this episode, but I feel like I'm going to have to go Jaqen Hagar, or no one.
Hagar?
Faceless Man.
So you think he's a ninja?
He does ninja shit, right? Remember in the other season, he threw that dart in the guy, the poison dart. He's doing this and that, killing people. I think I'll go Jaqen.
I think if we're talking about all characters, dead or alive, I think Red Viper himself.
But he's going to stop and monologue and lose them in the match.
In American Ninja, he'll say their name. And then,
by the way, do you think Red Viper is up in heaven or whatever? Is he proud of his daughter with her tit showing out to Bron? Is he likes this sort of thing? He's like, I taught my girls well.
Yeah, they need to be sexual deviants, man, to get to where they're.
That's true. He might be happy about it.
What do you think happened to the baby mama?
Oh, that's true. I didn't see her. I forgot about her. Ilaria. I don't know.
She's hooking up with the wheelchair guy now, the king. Yeah.
Maybe that's why we didn't see him in this episode.
Get spankings like that.
They were the only 2 in the Doran storyline we didn't see because the axe guy we saw bringing in Marcella. So it was only those 2. And that's what I might have to assume. Maybe she's like, I'm in the doghouse. I gotta get out of this somehow. I better switch up my tactics here.
I better get to your level.
I really liked you the whole time, Doran, not Oberyn. That was just to get to you.
Yeah.
I love a guy who can't get off the horn.
That'll be an easy way to...
All right, we're dragging it out too long.
So we just mentioned NFL, obviously. This is going to be out on either Brooklyn Rebound or Mrs. Irrelevant as a post. But
yeah, we'll call it Brooklyn. Let's just keep it on Brooklyn Rebound, our basketball podcast / comedy podcast.
Check out all the podcasts that we offer. Mrs. Irrelevant, we got some good guests that came by, some good past episodes.
So I'll put a thing in the YouTube right now to see that, and then we'll be all set.
Yeah.
And all men must pod.
All men must pod.
Follow